What's up, guys? So this week we only had one new entry for the speedrun challenge. It was Mark from Team Junkyard Dogs with his Bezgar HM101, I think it is. He got it up to 58 miles an hour, so here's a clip of that. And then I'm gonna jump into the Hosim X05 drive and review. So check it out, stay tuned.
Was that full pull?
Yeah. So I finally got the chance to get out with the Hosim X05. You know, this thing is a beginner targeted RC truck. It's $100 or less, depending on if you pay retail or get it on sale. But I've heard lots of people complain about how it's slow, and it comes with a 390 motor, but it's larger because it's 1/12 scale, you know. And going into it, I wasn't really looking forward to driving this thing. I thought, yeah, it looks cool. I got it for free as a TikTok sample. I'll test it out, right? Like, I can't complain. And then I'm giving it away to my friend's kid. Honestly, when my son and I took this out, we had quite a bit of fun. I decided to go ahead and do a speed run here, and it kind of surprised me. Everybody says this thing is so slow, you know, it's really lacking. People, I don't know, they just say it's the slowest thing, don't recommend it. Well, you have to realize this isn't targeted to someone who has a bunch of RC cars, not someone in the hobby. This is a first-time hobby person, someone new to the hobby, a kid, and I think it does just fine. You can see here, 16.2 miles an hour. That's not terrible. You know, it makes it more controllable when you're trying to learn things. When you have something fast, popping wheelies and flips really easy and all that fun stuff, it's harder to control, harder experience to get into it. I end up going again and get 16.9 miles an hour. I'm gonna call that 17 miles an hour. You know, that's not bad. I mean, some people think that's too slow, but it's $100 or less, depending on the sale. It looks really great. It's a basic entry-level truck. I mean, my DRC 9201E really praised platform. The PX Toys 9200. A lot of people love them. They do brushless upgrades. You know, I haven't done a brushless upgrade on the 9201E or on this Hosim, but stock, I got 16 miles an hour on my 9201E. It falls right in line with that. It's the same size scale, you know, they're both the 1/10 budget scale, which means it's a 1/12 scale in reality. I can't complain, you know. Nothing broke while we were out there. Granted, we didn't drive it that hard because I knew I was giving it away, but I don't know, my son crashed it quite a bit. He had fun with it, I had fun with it, my wife drove it, she crashed it. I can't complain, you know. The friction shocks, it's bouncy. I mean, you could see the front end going, so that is probably the biggest drawback, I would say. Because, and you know, like, friction shocks, they get a bad rep. Some of them are decent. These are not a decent set of friction shocks. They are way, way too bouncy. They need some stiffer springs or something, because that front end, when you're in the grass, it is just wobbling all over, bouncing everywhere. Don't get me wrong, it's still fun to drive, but that would make a big difference, and I think people would be more forgiving of the 17 miles an hour speed on this if it had oil-filled shocks, you know, or even better friction shocks. Like I said, you don't need oil-filled shocks to have a manageable, decent ride. This is just super bouncy. They're bad. But, I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments. I honestly think this is great for someone's first RC, you know? It's bigger, so that means it's a little easier to work on. You don't have to worry about tiny little crevices and things of that nature. It's simple to use, you know, like the remote isn't overly complicated or anything like that. I don't know. I really can't complain. It's a good beginner RC, and I hope you guys see that, you know. Maybe it's not for you in the hobby, but if you're buying for a kid, a niece, nephew, whoever, your own kid, it's a pretty good fit. I hope people stop bashing it as hard as it is, because we need these gateway cars to grow the RC hobby. So leave it for what it is. That's just my 2 thoughts, but thank you for checking it out. I will see you in the next video. Peace.